Sweet. I had no clue that you could record whenever you were on your phone. But, okay, so basically, Paul just sent out an email just a little bit ago. And the email basically said, listen, if you need motivation, go to YouTube. It's free. If you need, I mean, you guys, we have an amazing team page, but I want all of you guys to think outside the box. I want you guys to know that we have the resources here, but by all means, we are not the know-all of everything. Okay. That's just the reality. Every single day, I learn from somebody something. Um, and I'm going to actually, I see Sandy's on, and I'm so glad she's on because I'm going to be really honest with you guys. Sandy's blowing me out of the water this month on her PV, and it totally is one of those. As her upline, I'm like, holy crap! Like, I need to do more of what this girl's doing because and you know, Twin and everybody that's on the leaders board, and Sandy, she's probably like, gosh darn it, that leaders board started after she had a huge run. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, her PV is probably dag near close to 4,000. Her personal volume for this month. Because I know the last time I checked, it was like 3,200. And that's just her new customers, her new promoters, and so forth. And it was nothing for her to message me whenever we were running that promo, and she had 3 or 4 people. I'm like, whoa, what? And I'm going to tell you guys that, you know, here's the thing. I know that she shared some tips with some other leaders today, and they were sharing them with their teams, and holy crap. They were excited. They were pumped up. They were seeing those results. And here's the thing. And I want to kind of start here. And I want to start with the fact that some of you guys maybe only have 200 friends. I want every single person to go and look at how many friends you have on Facebook. If you plan on working this on social media, you absolutely 100% need to grow your network, and you need to connect with your network. So I want everybody to go and look and see how many friends you have on social media. Okay. The biggest thing for me is I want you guys to know this. When I started, network marketing, it'll be 5 years in March, okay, that I started. I had like 200 friends on Facebook. I didn't even have, I had an Instagram, but it was literally like, I don't know. I literally only had like a few pictures, and it was like of me and my kids, and it was mainly just because I liked the filters, and I didn't know how to use it. I didn't even know how to post to it. I didn't know how to reach people. I didn't know anything, nothing, zip zilch, nothing. It's taken me 5 years to continue to learn. And guess what? Things are, oh, hold on. Let me mute people because I will totally be squirreling the whole time on you guys. Okay. If you guys are on your phone, if you could just mute yourself out because it won't let me mute you, but I can hear background noise. Okay. Whoever was just talking, you're not muted. I really don't want to have to say anybody's name. Anyways, I want you guys to realize that you are 100% always going to have to learn. One day we might tell you that something works, and then the next day, guess what? Facebook changed, Instagram changed, something changed. And then we have to learn to adjust. Anytime you're doing network marketing, you're going to have to adjust with times. And I want everybody to realize that unless you grow your network and you take full advantage of your network, then you're just going to be continuously advertising and sharing with the same people. And those same people are going to get tired of seeing your stuff. Okay. So I'm going to say this, and I'm just going to be as blunt as I possibly can. There is no way around it that you have to grow your network. With that said, I didn't have a lot of time. I didn't have a lot of time to go out and do a lot of parties or anything like that. In fact, parties have always kind of like turned me off. But in my first business, that's what I was told to do. I was told to go have parties. I was told to go do this and go do that. And guess what? I was spinning my wheels. it was not something that I was passionate about doing. Did I sign promoters and sign customers at these parties? Yeah, but I wasn't in love with what I was doing, and I didn't have that passion behind me. I wasn't growing my network to the fullest extent. I had people join me, and then they thought they had to constantly have all these parties and throw all these events and do all this stuff, and that's just not the case. I have built primarily on social media over these last few years. And it's so funny because when people ask me, like, do you have local team? And my answer is, I have some local team, but I don't have a gigantically big local team. Most of my leaders are literally in pretty much every state and different countries. So whenever I go places, I have to travel because I don't have a lot of people. Like, I went to a local that Paul Gravett came to, literally 15 minutes down the road, and I think maybe one other promoter on this team showed up. One, besides me. So that just tells you, I mean, that's a pretty big deal. Paul comes to West Virginia, which there's like nothing here, and they found that out. I think they had to stay like 45 minutes or something, literally stay like 45 minutes from where the event was, because there's not even an airplane. I have to drive to Pittsburgh. Seriously, I have to drive to Pittsburgh, and that's about a 2-hour drive, and just to go on a plane and go places. So I just want you guys to know that I had to work. I was working full time. 2 kids, I had to learn how to utilize the time that I had. So it's very, very important to be intentional with whatever it is that you're doing. For those of you guys that are jumping on these Zooms and you're taking notes and you're learning, and I want you to know that if you continue to learn, you're going to pick up little tidbits. You're going to hear somebody say this. You're going to hear somebody say that. And those things are what's going to shape you. Those things are what is going to help you become the leader that you want to be. Paul said something in his email that, take a look in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you a leader or are you a follower? Are you allowing yourself to be a leader? I can be honest, and I'll tell you guys, I feel like I am a leader. Despite the fact that I may not have the highest PPA, I do not, I'm not a massive recruiter. I don't sign people every day. I wish I did. But here's the deal. There are certain actions that I need to increase. Okay? And there are certain actions that, here's the deal. As your team grows, sometimes you get so distracted with helping everybody else that your own business kind of goes, And for me, I have a really hard time balancing that. However, do I think that I'm a leader or a follower? I feel like I am definitely a leader, but I'm always learning. Like, I'm inspired by so many people. I'm inspired by so many people on this team. I learn something new every single day. And the reality of it is that when I see like there's people on here that are going to feel defeated by like PPA contest. And you know how they have this 200K PPA leaderboard contest? There's people that are going to feel defeated. Like, I can't get up there. There's no way I can get up there. Da, 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 da. Me, I'm going to tell you what my mindset is. And I really want you to think about this. I am sitting here right now with 150 PPA. There, I'm very transparent. I'll be straight up with you and tell you I have signed one customer in the month of January, and that is my PPA. 100% transparent, okay? You want to know what my thought process is? It's not I can't be up there. It's not that I won't be up there. It's that my ass is going to be up there, okay? That's where my thought process is. It's not a matter of me being up there right now. It's a matter of how can I get up there? What do I need to do? I need to talk to more people. I need to be more intentional. I need to get this message across. I need to make sure every single day somebody knows people know what it is I'm doing. I need to reach out. Yesterday, I signed my customer that signed up with me yesterday. She signed up with me as a free customer January 30th, 2017. Okay, she never ordered, but she signed up yesterday. Okay, so I want you guys to think about this. The days that I've not shared stories, guess what? I haven't shared testimony today. And guess what? I don't get nearly as many messages. When I share testimonies, before and after pictures, whenever I'm doing intentional things like, Amber Nelson, she's bomb on Instagram. That might not be an area that you've learned or know much about, but she's bomb. And she did a video on the Level Up page, guys. And I'm going to tell you right now that if you need to learn Instagram, go listen to it, because it is simple, intentional, power hour things that you can do. Go like 10 people's posts, use 10 hashtags, get to know people, comment and like, add, friend. Do those things. Maybe you have 5 minutes to work with. Maybe you have 10 minutes to work with. Maybe you're peeing or pooping. I don't really care what you're doing. Maybe you're doing something and you have a couple minutes that you can go and make a post, and you can be intentional and you can interact. I promise you, in time, those are relationships that you're going to build. Those are people that are going to start responding to you. Don't be afraid to try something that's different. Maybe, somebody's doing great on Facebook. Maybe somebody's doing great with parties. Maybe somebody's doing great on Instagram. Maybe somebody has a business page of some kind and they're doing awesome, whatever. If you can sit here all day and you can compare yourself to where you're not at, or you can learn a little bit from all of them to make it whatever your business is going to be. So Sandy, I know you've shared some great tips today with some other leaders on this team. If you would, do you mind sharing some of your tips? Because I think one of the biggest things that people are struggling with is because here's the thing, guys, and I really want to emphasize this before Sandy gets started talking. Sandy has people coming to her, okay? But I'm going to tell you something that I noticed, and I can tell you 100% hands down. Sandy is so consistent with her before and after pictures. She takes the very best of the best before and after pictures and shares it without not a lot of detail, and she takes every single one of those messages into a message. Okay, like she takes them to a message. She doesn't answer in the comments or anything like that. So Sandy, I'm gonna let you go, because I'll like give all your juice without being correct, and I don't want to do that. I want people to hear it from you, because you've got some awesome tips to share, and there's some things that I want people to understand, because some people are like, they don't know what to say. And if you could just kind of share some of that, that would be wonderful. Okay. I'm going to mute myself so you don't hear background noise.
Okay. So you guys can hear me? Everybody can hear me? Okay. So I'll just tell you guys, this is, I've been with Lavelle, I don't know, since June. So 6, 7, 8 months. But I was with another company previously. And just like everybody, I feel like we all start off like normal people with a couple hundred Facebook friends. I didn't even know how to use Instagram. I didn't have an Instagram. I still don't really get any. I think I've signed one customer ever from Instagram. That's an area I'm still learning. But as far as Facebook goes, guys, like I started off with just a couple of hundred friends, and I knew, like, it just common sense. I knew I was never going to sign a lot of people, because I'm a very red personality. If you guys don't know what the color test, go figure out what your personality is. But I'm very, very red. And I kept doing the math, and I kept thinking, okay, I have to sign this many customers a day, every day for this many weeks in order to make this much money. And I knew I was going to run out of people eventually. So I started aggressively growing my friends list. In probably a 90 to 120 day time span, 3 to 4 months, I went from like 300 Facebook friends to I was pretty much maxed out at 5,000. And I don't keep those same 5,000 friends. If someone's been friends with me forever and they're like, oh, I'm perfectly healthy, I don't need anything you have. I know it sounds horrible, but if I don't know you in real life, we've been Facebook friends for 3 years, I unfriend them, so I open up new spaces. So I feel like I'm constantly deleting and adding Facebook friends. I stay maxed out at 5,000 friends all the time. I'm always cycling through. I think that is crucial because if you don't have an audience to advertise to, you don't have potential customers. So that's one thing that I try to teach my team is that you have, like, it drives me crazy when I talk to a team, somebody on my team that says, well, I'm up to 350 Facebook friends. And I'm like, oh, no, like, you need to be up to 3,000 Facebook friends. Grow your friends list every single day. I teach my team to try to get 20 to 25, even 50 if they're a red like me, brand new friends a day. I don't mean friend request 20 or 25 or 50 people. I mean friend request enough that people are going to message you or going to accept you so that your number grows by 25 plus a day. And the way that I grow my friends list is I go to yard sale groups. So I'm in Middle Tennessee, and like I'll just pick like Florida. I'll just go into the search bar on Facebook. I'll type in like Florida yard sale group, and like 15, it'll be like Miami and whatever Facebook groups. And I'll just join one or two of them. And I'll just friend request the crap out of people. I don't, and I know other leaders don't necessarily teach this way. This is what's worked for me. I don't really go through people's profiles a whole lot. I just friend request. If they look older than 25 and it's a female, I friend request them. I don't friend request kids, and I don't friend request men. And that, I mean, and I don't let a lot of pending friend requests sit in my inbox either, like, or that box on Facebook. I'll go through and like undo all those every once in a while. So anyway, growing my friends list. And then I believe in the power of posting a couple times a day. And something that drives me crazy is when I get a picture from the fan page, let's be honest, sometimes they're not the greatest quality picture, or they're kind of busy. It's like a collage. I will crop that picture. And John Eric did a training on this with us recently, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I've always done that. So I had something right. But I will crop that picture, and then I'll use an app just to make it pop a little bit, just to make it a little bit crisper. And so I try to post just a really good quality picture a day. I do not do the whole, my name is so-and-so, and I'm from Texas, and this is my Thrive story. I take out last names. I take out locations. I take out Thrive. I take out Lavelle. And I basically say, hey, check out my friend Heather. Doesn't she look great? And sometimes I'll say, I'll say something that just has a little bit of feeling behind it, but it's typically one sentence. I do that. I try to do that a couple times a day. But the thing is in between those posts, I try to post what I call an F picture, either food, family, fun, finances, faces, like selfies. I love taking selfies. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. And so I try to just, if you go to my Facebook friends, my Facebook wall, profile, whatever we call it now, I don't want people to go, oh, she's selling something. Like, I want them to see the grandbaby. I want them to see me. I want them, I went live a few weeks ago, and I told how I had made a smoothie with my grandson's Similac formula. And I had like 1 million people just messaging me, oh my goodness, I've seen your live. So I try to keep my Facebook page entertaining and not a commercial. When people ask for info in the comments, I reply back to their comment, and I'm like, hey girl, I'm going to message you. And I message them. And so I think the thing that, like, one of the most important things that I hope you guys walk away with is, yes, grow your friends list, and yes, post consistently, work your business consistently, but I try to meet people where they are. And I heard that term a long time ago. I'm very red. Us reds are very money motivated. Like, I want to be a millionaire really soon. But what had to really sink into my head is when this became about someone else and not about my paycheck, I started seeing a huge change. When I started worrying about whether someone was getting the nutrition they need, they were having the results they wanted, it wasn't about a sale, it was about helping somebody else, I started signing like ungodly amounts of customers. My main goal when I talk to everyone is I hate I hate saying I have a script, and I hate, the whole copy paste, but in a sense it kind of is what it is, because I know every conversation flow is going to go the same. I literally thank them for reaching out to me. And I just, I ask people, I find out a couple things. I lead the conversation with questions. I find out what their goals are. I find out exactly how they're feeling, what their goals are. And then I ask them, have you ever heard about, Heart of Lavelle? Do you know how it works? And I keep it very real. Like, I'm redneck from Tennessee, and I do a lot of my messages, the voice memo when I can, when the baby's not here screaming. But I find out what they need, and we just go from there. And I take the time to really just understand them. There's key things that people say. Sometimes people don't want to say, oh, I need to lose 125 pounds. Like, sometimes people don't tell you. So you kind of have to read between the cracks. But then I basically tell them, listen, I know this will work for you. I know this will work for you. And I give them a really short rundown. I'm not a green personality. I don't know ingredients list. I don't care. I know it works for me. That's not my personality. So I just give them the bullet points, and I literally give them a couple bullet points of exactly what the 3 steps are. And then I just ask them, does it sound like something you might be interested in trying? Everybody goes yes. And then they go, but how much is it? And then I just tell them, listen, I can help you with some deals and some discounts. What we really need to do is we need to get you registered for a customer account. And this is really crucial. This is like, there's to me, in my mind, there are small things that I say that make a huge difference. For example, if I say to them, we really need to get you registered for a customer account. It only takes about 90 seconds. I can give it to you for free right now. Can you do it right now? I say right now twice. I can give it to you for free if you can do it right now. Can you do it right now? And they say yes or no. Most of the time they say yes. If they say no, I'm like, no problem, girl. When do you think you'll have time? And I'll tell them, when do you think you'll have time? Because I want to make sure that I get you this customer account for free. And that way they'll give me a time, because maybe they're at work, maybe they're driving, whatever, but they're going to give me a time. Basically what I've done, I don't know if any of you have ever heard this term, but it's called BAM-FAM. It's booking a meeting from a meeting. That initial conversation we were having is basically a follow-up. So I've booked a time with them. So either they free customer account then or free customer account later. Once they've registered for their free customer account, they come back and they go, okay, I've done it. Once they tell me they've done it, I'll say, did you watch the video? Because if you send people to your 2.0 link, one of the first things they see is the video. So I ask them, did you watch the video? They say yes. Every once in a while somebody says no, and I'm like, girl, you got to watch the video. You got to watch the video. Click my link again and watch that video again. Don't sign up again. Just click my link again up there and watch that video and let me know when you do it. So they watch the video, they come back, and I'll say, did you watch the video? Yes. And I'll be like, amazing testimonies, right? That was amazing, right? And everybody says yes. If I'm asking them, was that amazing? No one's going to go, it was okay. I am setting them up for what they feel. Okay, I'm basically planting those seeds. I've basically put it in their mind, it was amazing. So then I just basically go into the spiel with them. I say, okay, here's what I can do for you today. If you want to get started today, we have 2 options. I can get you started on a full month of all 3 of those products. I can give you a 20% discount, and then anything else we might be offering, cash back, free shipping, whatever. So I tell them I can do that. So your total today is only going to be this much today out the door. And I'll say, or the other option is I can put you on a trial. I can get you a 6-day trial. I like 6-day trials. I don't know what you guys do and what your team leaders teach. I like 6-day trials. I think people start the product, they have great results, and then it gives them some products to be on while they're actually waiting on their full month order to get there. So I tell people, I can get you on a sample. I can get you on the 6-day, but here's the thing. For not a lot more money, you're going to get a full month's worth. And 6 days is not going to make you healthy. It's not going to make you skinny. It's not going to, it's just going to show you how simple the 3 steps are and how good the lifestyle mix tastes. I've already planted the seed. I've already told them before they've ever tried anything how good it tastes. That is where I'm getting people, because used to I was just the queen of minis because that's what I led with. Now I lead with a full order. I've already told them they're going to love how it tastes. I've already told them I'll get them all these discounts. And I basically say, do you want me to get your order started today? I can get you these deals today, but girl, we need to do it today. I keep saying today, whether I'm sending a voice message or I'm typing it, I keep putting the urgency in there of today. And Sometimes people will say, oh my goodness, I would love to do this today, but I don't get paid until Friday. Well, I'll say to them, if I can hold this, just lock you in for this pricing, hold this deal for you until Friday, are you sure you can order Friday? And they'll say, yes, yes, yes. And I'll say, all right, listen, I'm going to hold this. I'm going to, hold this spot for you for this pricing for Friday. I'm going to lock you in. I'll message you, 9:00 Friday morning or whatever, and we'll get you set up. And very rarely do I have someone that backs out on me because I've already planted the seed. Very special pricing for them. It's only available today. If they absolutely can't do it today, I've planted that seed of, I'll lock you in for this 20% off discount, but are you sure? And I'll voice it and I'll say it just like that. Are you sure you can order Friday? And it's almost never anyone tells me no. Almost never. So, that's just kind of, I think that's kind of it. Amanda, am I missing anything? Is there anything else? I know we talked about a lot in leadership chat today. Am I forgetting anything?
No, I think there's something very important that I want people to understand about what you just said. You set a day, you locked it in, and then you followed up on Friday. When Friday came, you better believe Sandy has that name wrote down. And on Friday, she's messaging that person and saying, hey, girl, are we going to get your order done? And then I'll tell you what, if she sent them credits, you guys, if you ever send credits to somebody, know that you can send an email to corporate or a support ticket to corporate, and they will reverse those credits. So if that person doesn't follow through with placing their order, I can tell you right now, I've snatched credits back for people lots of times whenever they fell through and didn't place their order like they said they were going to. You're going to have that happen. It's something that's inevitable, honestly, but for the most part, I can tell you this. If somebody says, yes, I am going to order on Friday, and you send them credits, chances are they are going to order because they committed. But it's the way that you approach it, and it's your follow-up. And that's why they say in sales statistics, most people fail to follow up. Most people fail to make a plan. Most people fail to feel like they can't be aggressive. Here's the thing, guys. If somebody's messaging you about product, I'm going to tell you right now, you are selling to them. Period. End of story. Yes, you shared the product. Now you are selling it to them. You are in sales. Period. End of story. Yes, you share the product. Yes, you have to do this. But here's, at the end of the day, your business is never going to grow if you do not ask for it. That's why, and I posted this a while ago, and I think Sandy talked about this. Actually, she just in other words, but you have to have calls to action, guys. You have to lead a conversation, first of all. And that's another thing that Sandy was talking about, is that you have to lead the conversation where you're getting responses. You're finding out what their goals are. You're finding out so that you can help them get the best experience. You're letting them know what it is. Like, here's the deal. I get people that message me last night. For example, I had the girl that I signed up as a customer last night. She was like, well, can I just do the patches? That's what she said. And I said, well, I'm not going to tell you that you can't do the patches, but I am going to tell you if you want the results that you want to get, then you need to do all 3 steps, because here's where a lot of people think the DFTs are what gives them all this energy and all this stuff, but that's just simply not the case. Okay. The capsules are called jumper cables. We call them jumper cables for a reason, because once I take my capsules, I'm like, oh, I need to go make my lifestyle mix. And then once I take my lifestyle mix, then I apply my DFT, and then I'm good to go. They all work a little bit differently, but at the end of the day, they work synergistically together. So to tell somebody that, yeah, the DFT is going to be great. Now, if they can only afford one product, honestly, I tell them to check out the capsules or Black Label. It just depends on what they're telling me. If they're talking more about their mood and needing energy, I suggest either the capsules or the Black Label. But I really, really, really am straightforward about the fact that, no, you're not going to get the same results as somebody else if you just apply the DFT Duo. Sorry. What are you trying to obtain? Are you trying to obtain weight loss? Are you trying to obtain more energy? Do you just want to feel better? I basically, hands down, start everybody off on the normal experience. That is just my go-to. That is what I think everybody should. The girl last night, she was, asking lots of questions, and I mean, I was straightforward. I told her, I said, you need to just do the experience, and then if you need something, then we can adjust based off of how you're feeling. We can adjust the DFT, or we can adjust how much lifestyle mix, or whatever you decide to do. It was funny though, because probably about 15 minutes after she ordered, she messaged me. She said, hey, would it be okay for my boyfriend to take this too? Because now he wants to try it. Because I added her. Oh, and that was another thing. When I'm talking to these people, I'm getting them signed up. This girl was already signed up as a free customer with me. However, I hadn't followed up with her to add her to the customer group. So here's the deal, guys. If you don't feel comfortable reaching out to all your customers about a sale right away, reach out to those free customer accounts that you have, make a list, start going down. Do not second guess yourself. Do not think about what they're going to say, and say, hey girl, I know you created a free customer account with me a while back. I don't know, maybe they created it in October, but we just started this jump start to 2018, and there are some amazing tips in there. There's no pressure. You don't have to order, but I just figured that if you had any health goals, I wanted to make sure that you had the opportunity to be part of this group with us. And that's it. Ask them if they want to be part of it with you. You can go from there. Chances are, when they say yes or no, you can ask them, what are your goals this year, or whatever. But you've opened up that conversation now, and you've not had to go into it like in a salesy way. Hey, do you want to take advantage of my blah, blah, blah. However, if you do have, right now, the $50 back, and like on the 400 kits, there's still spots available. And, right now they're getting these promo codes for people that have been thinking about starting their business. You guys, that's an amazing deal. I mean, honestly, you could turn around and give somebody $50 back and they get $100 off. If you can say, you know what, on Tuesday when I get paid, I'm going to get a fast start bonus on you anyway, so I'll just give you your fast start back. I mean, some people are going to go into it with the mindset of, I'm not making any money, but I want you to think about that. If this is somebody, this is another thing, if this is somebody that is actually going to work their business, isn't it worth it to get the product in their hand for them to be able to have samples? Because I'm going to tell you right now, when Sandy joined me, she met me, 2 days later in Nashville when I came to a local, and I made sure that her and Heather had minis, didn't I? Travel all the way to Nashville, and I made sure I had minis to give them so that they could experience the product, and boy, was that powerful. Could you imagine, Sandy, if you wouldn't have gotten those minis?
I'll just say it. I don't think you'll care. You guys, I've come to Amanda because I have known her, not known her, but known of her for years. And I said, what's the deal with this? I've heard it's free. And she's like, it is free. You can start your business for free. And I was like, I got tons of crap. And I think I probably used some cuss words. I was like, I got tons of crap in there. I'm not buying anything else, but I can sell anything. I signed up, and within 24, 30 hours, I was in Nashville, and she sent me home. This is the best performance. And you guys, I told Heather on the way home, I'm like, I don't believe in this. I really don't believe in it. I don't, the next morning, about 30 minutes after I took the 3 products, I'm like, Amanda, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's wishful thinking. I feel something. And for me, and this is what I try to teach my team, especially my free promoters. You can't, you guys, I don't mean to sound big-headed. I can sell anything. I'm a good salesman. I can BS my way through sales easily. I hated the products in my past company, hated them, and still signed up tons of customers. And I had to walk away because I felt fake. But, I just thought this is another one of those things. I'm not going to feel anything, whatever. And I fell in love with the product. And that is one of the things I think makes it so easy that's why my PPA is like, what did I tell you, Amanda, like 22 or 23 today, because I sign up so many customers, all my customers, it's crazy to me. I have customers that have been on the 3 steps and now they've added Boost or Activate. They're like constantly adding stuff. And it's because things that I'm falling in love with, I'm so passionate. Like I love the product so much. My customers are like, okay, you keep talking about this thing. What is this? Add it to my auto ship, add it to my auto ship. And that's what I keep telling my team. You guys, if you are not a product of this product, that's so cliche, and I hated that before because I'm just like, I can't be a product of something I can't stand the taste of. But I love the lifestyle mix. I love I love the products, and that's what I tell promoters. I don't care, you guys. You have no idea some of the stuff that me and some of my really good promoters have done. Like we've sold stuff. I've sold clothes out of my closet before to be able to make sure. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me slow down. When Amanda gave me that 3-day mini, you guys, this is not something I'm proud of. We had literally just filed bankruptcy, you guys. And I met her like 5 days after we had filed bankruptcy. We were like sinking fast, and I needed this. And I was going to sell the products. I was going to make a lot of money. She gave me the mini. I love the mini. We didn't have the money for me to order. We didn't have it. I couldn't have pulled it out of my ass there's no way. We didn't have it. I started selling stuff. Within a matter of days, I had come up with enough money to place my order. I was selling stuff out of my closet. I sold some Coach bags that I didn't need. And so here's the thing. If you are not a product of the product, if you're a free promoter and you have not upgraded, go dig through your closet, go through your kids' clothes, because I promise you, you've got old stuff that you will sell. People will buy anything. You have got to get an upgrade. You've got to get your products. You will sign so many more customers, and the sacrifice of selling stuff, shuffling bills, whatever you got to do to be able to get your upgrade, it's going to be worth it, because when you start signing customers and you are having these bonuses, and then you're signing, or these commissions, and you're signing all these promoters, and you're getting all those fast start bonuses off your promoters. Oh my goodness, you guys. When you make that small sacrifice to get on the product and you fall in love with the product, and then you start signing up tons of customers, it's so worth it. But I had that mindset. Well, me and Heather, she's on here somewhere. Me and Heather Heather told me when I'm like, okay, I just did this with Amanda, you have to do it too. Heather's like, I'm not buying nothing. We've bought so much stuff. I'm not buying nothing. And I'm like, just do it. It's free. Just do it. We don't have to buy anything. No auto ships, no nothing. Just do it. Yeah, I eat those words really quick. And Amanda hooked us up. She was like, take it. You've got to take this. Yeah, you guys, and with the promos right now, oh my goodness, you guys, we've got cash back. We get all the free shipping codes, all those codes.
And that's the thing, Sandy, is that the reality of it was, and that's why I don't want anybody to ever shortchange somebody. Like, you guys, Sandy just told you she literally had filed bankruptcy days before she joined. She had no money, none. But when she came to me, I didn't say, okay, girl, you have to get the upgrade. She wouldn't have been able to. That's not where her mind was. Her mind is what is this? All right. First of all, it wasn't something that she was asking me. What is this? How can I be part of it? And what do I need to do? She knew, first of all, and I want everybody to understand something. Sandy came to me because Sandy has seen me work consistently over the past 5 years. Okay. She saw me working my previous business. Then she saw me excited and pumped up and sharing an opportunity and sharing my passion. And you guys, I'm going to be honest with you. If you are wondering, if you have people on your team or people that are not joining you or messaging you or asking or anything like that, I want you to ask yourself and really take a look in the mirror of what are you putting out there for people. Is it a matter of you are just not interacting with your network? Is it a matter of you need to get in front of a new audience? Is it a matter of not following up? Is it a matter of you not plugging in and learning? Because you got to learn, you know? When Sandy told me she didn't have any money, that she couldn't get these products, I wanted to find a solution for her. First of all, I knew the product, her trying it, I knew she would want more. Am I right? I'm right, right? Second of all, so it was worth it to me to give her a 3-day mini. In fact, I'm going to tell you right now, Sandy, she got a 3-day mini for free. Heather, they came to the local guys. She got a mini for free. I'm just going to go down through here. Let's see. Hold on, I'm looking. I'm looking through names. Carrie Mitten, she got a mini for free. Hold on, I'm looking. Nikki, she got a mini for free. Okay, I'm going to tell you this. The reason why, Brittany did not get a mini for free. Sorry, Brittany. But she just signed up. That's why. But I'm going to tell you this. And I'm not going to go through everybody right now. But I'm going to tell you, if somebody comes to me and they are excited, they need this. I'm not talking about somebody that comes to you and they just want to get free stuff. Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if somebody can feel the vision, they sign up with you and they want to become a customer, they want to become a promoter, they're looking at this seriously, you need to get that product in their hands somehow, some way, whether it's you have it, somebody else on your team has it, your upline, me, whoever, you find a way to get the product. But Sandy was like, I need to sell some of my junk so that I can get this product. So not only I can have it, I can remember her messaging me being about a month in after she ran out of that product. And she was like, oh my God, I don't ever want to do this again without having that product. Sandy. After she had it and then she didn't have it, she was like, oh no, I don't want to go back there. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think I ever even told you this, and Heather may kill me, but the day that we come to Nashville, Heather and I, we were coming from 2 different locations, so we couldn't even carpool together. You guys, I live a good 55 minutes from where Amanda was at in Nashville. Heather even further. She lives like 40 minutes further in the sticks than I do. So Heather had quite the drive. We went to Nashville. I had very little gas in my truck. I drive a big full-size Silverado. I can't speak for Heather. I want to think maybe she was low on gas too. We get there. Little did we know after this event, Amanda, Lisa Kay, Chaz Marie, everybody was going down into the hotel lobby. They have a restaurant. Heather and I are like, holy shit, like we want to hang out with these people, but I'm like, how much money do you have? And Heather's like, how much money do you have? Together, you guys, we didn't even have a $20 bill. So we're like, okay, we're just going to like not be that hungry. We'll share an appetizer. Okay, that's how broke we were at my house. My husband was working 80 hours a week and I couldn't afford to buy dinner. So I will say this, you guys, something that touched me was when we got down there is between Amanda and Lisa and the other leaders, everybody's meals were covered, you guys. And I remember Lisa K. Fuller made the statement. She's like, let me tell you guys something. If you're ever in a dinner or whatever with me, she said, you'll never pick up the check. And that was mind blowing to me, having come from a previous company where it was every man for himself. That blew, because there was a lot of people sitting around that table. There was, people were ordering drinks. There was more appetizers than I could literally count. Like, wow, she probably ordered 25 appetizers. And so obviously Heather and I eat very well and didn't have to pay anything. But you guys, something that drives me crazy is I hate excuses. I didn't make an excuse. I knew I had enough gas to get to Nashville and back. I didn't know what I'd do the rest of the week. I figured I'd sit my butt at home all week. Getting to an event and getting plugged in, like I knew it was something I had to do if I wanted to make this work. And then of course, getting to the event got me the free products, which made me fall in love with the business. But something that I hate, and I hate when my team makes excuses. I hate excuses. Excuses do not grow paychecks. Because we just filed bankruptcy. We filed bankruptcy on a Friday. I joined Lavelle on a Tuesday. I met Amanda on a Wednesday. We have not had Wi-Fi, internet, or cable at our house in probably 8 months. If you can't pay your house payment, you don't pay your cable bill. I have literally gotten really creative ways to entertain myself. Not that I watch a lot of TV because there's no money in watching TV, but for the first time in almost a year, you guys, we have Wi-Fi. Like I'm on my, because for the longest time I would use my phone to throw a hotspot signal to my laptop so I could Zoom with you guys. Tonight, right now, is the first time I've been on my laptop and we've had Wi-Fi in this house. Like, I know that sounds stupid and small, but that's what Lavelle did for us. That is what, like, my kids can watch cable again. Like, I don't have to have my phone plugged in constantly because I'm sending a hotspot. Like, I'm just going to say it. I've been in a couple of companies. I've been looking for Lavelle, you guys, and this is the first time in my life when I hear someone say, I'm going to be in the Millionaires Club. Are you going to go there with me? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be there with you. Like, I'm going to be 200K before summer, before the end of spring. I'm going to go all the way to the top. I'm going to be in the Millionaires Club. People are going to know my name because I don't make excuses. And I get asked a lot too, like, how do I sign so many customers? There's a ratio, you guys. And I knew in the beginning that if I talked to 100 people a day, 100 new people a day, I could sign a customer a day. I've gotten better at talking to people, so I don't, like, my closing rate is much better than that. But that's where I started. I knew if I wanted a customer every single day, I had to talk to 100 people every single day. And, like, if you only have 300 Facebook friends, you're going to run out of people to talk to you really, really quick. And I kind of went way around with that. But anyway, I just wanted you guys to know, like, I feel like we talk a lot about, oh wait, Carrie said something. Let me see what Carrie said. Yeah. Yep. You guys, like, I don't know. I just want you guys to know, like, this is my rags to riches story. That was my point. All that was, this is my rag, and this not just me, this is you guys too. I don't care where you're at, what's going on in your life, how broke you are. Maybe you're not broke. Maybe you just want more. You want college funds and debt paid off. This is it, y'all. This is it. I'm telling y'all, like, I could break down and cry right now because I know that this is what every single one of us should look for. Like, you guys that didn't come from another company like I did, and Carrie and Amanda, you guys don't know the struggle is so real. Like, I'm going to tear up, so I'm just going to hush now. But you guys, this is it. Like, this is it. This is what you needed your whole life, whether you knew it or not.
Sandy, I'm really glad that you shared that because I think that a lot of people sometimes forget that, and Nikki, don't forget to let me, before I stop, like, I don't want to keep on talking and not, I know Nikki has something to add too. Here's the deal, guys. And I want all of you to realize this. When I went to Nashville in June, I drove 11 hours, an 11-hour drive. I drove down there. I stayed the night. I was planning on driving home the next day. Literally drive down, go to the local, drive home. Like, that's what my plans were. But I was so exhausted. There was just no way that I could do that. So I ended up staying an extra night and driving home the following day. And when I got home, I literally dropped my sister off. I had to round back another half hour backwards because my sister lived half hour, north of where I was. So, and I drove straight to the soccer field to make it there in time for my daughter's game and for her to win and kick the winning the winning goal. And I want you guys to realize that if you want to change your life, it's going to take sacrifice and it's going to take consistently. And yes, you are going to have to work really hard. You're going to have to overcome the hard times. Last year at this time, today is my 1 year Thrive anniversary or whatever you could say. I was scared shitless. Okay, let me just put it that way. I was so scared because I was walking away from what my check was then, um, to I didn't know. I knew, but I didn't know like how quickly I could replace that money. And I needed that money like desperately. I was working full time again. So when I joined, I didn't know if people were going to just laugh at me. Like a funny thing happens, guys. Whenever you've been successful at this and then you fall backwards, it messes with your head and you start to believe those little lies that you have right at the beginning of, can I do this? Will people want to join me? Why would people want to join me? Do I have something to offer them? And for me, I've it's very evident that day in, day out, I work my business and I try to be there for my team. Um, and if you're not doing that for your team, then you have to look in the mirror and ask yourself, why? Why aren't you? Because if you have that dream board and that goal, then you absolutely can do it. So for everybody on here that maybe is brand new, go watch your training. We're telling you this for a reason. Go watch the pinned post. Go watch the training right now before you do anything else. Go watch the training. Second, use the search bars on the team pages. Amber Nelson did an amazing video on Instagram the other day. I did a video on pre-selling. There is tons of information. Sarah Bailey posted an amazing post the other day, the power of getting the Thrive experience and getting an upgrade kit, because I do feel it's very important. Can somebody start for free? 100%. Do they need to get product in their hand as quickly as possible? 100%. So they have to be willing. Listen, if somebody's going to sign up for free with me, that's absolutely fine. But right away, we have to figure out a way for them to be able to order product. We have a plan in place. No, you're not ever going to have the product in your hand, because if you don't have passion about what you're going to be helping people with, then you're going to have a harder time in this business, period, end of story. And I'm not going to say anything else about it. I truly believe you need to experience it, or you need to have somebody very close to you experience it, so that you can have something so much to share. And I don't want any of you guys ever, ever, ever to think for 1 second that you cannot be in that Millionaires Club, or that you cannot be walking across that stage and have millionaires on your team. I want each and every single one of you guys to know that I come from not a small town or anything, but I live in West Virginia. Probably, I don't even know. I think like the annual income or something is like maybe 30,000 a year. It's not a high income area. Me as a nurse, I mean, I was making over that, but it was just over broke, I guess you could say, because I couldn't keep up with my bills, and I don't have a really super expensive house or anything like that. But between student loans and something going wrong, like we had no savings. And if you Google, most people are in that position. I grew up, I can tell you this, I'm 36, I'll be 37 years old. And my very first job was delivering newspapers when I was 11. And then it was shoveling snow and cleaning out people's driveways whenever I was 11 and 12. My very next job was working at McDonald's, and then working as a cashier, and working 2 jobs at a time, and going to beauty school, and going and having all these things. Here's the thing. I could have made excuses that I didn't have time. I played sports. I was in choir. I cheered. I did all these different things growing up because I wanted to keep myself busy. You can be busy and you can be productive, or you can make excuses. And this business, I look at it the same way, is that I can grow a business and I can help a lot of people, but I don't know it all. I've got to learn on a daily basis. I have to learn. I have to soak in the knowledge and the experience that other people have, and I need to adapt it to me. I just watched something the other day or last night on network marketing, and how to grow your network. I am constantly wanting to grow. I am constantly reading stuff or watching a YouTube video that gets my mind in the right place. I want to fill my house full of positive, inspirational quotes, and everywhere I look, there's a reason my planner is full of intentional little sticky notes all over the place that say, positive things all the time. Your attitude makes all the difference in the world. Your belief in what is possible for you to do, but others to do, it makes all the difference in the world, because when I'm having a really bad day, I need that. I need that hope to be surrounded by it. I'm gonna let Nikki, because I'll keep on talking. You guys, I could go all day. But okay, so I totally titled this thing Power Hours. So I promise you, I am going to give a couple tips on that. Nikki, where are you at?
I'm here.
Okay, I can't see you because I'm on my phone, not on the computer. All right, I'm gonna mute myself so there's not background noise while you talk.
Okay, so Sandy, so good, which I know we talk about this same kind of thing in the leadership chat, so I know we were all fired up over it, and I'm just so glad that you poured your heart out about that, because I feel like so many people can relate to that, whether you're financially struggling or you're not. At some point you can relate to what she said about something, and it all boils down to, how bad do you want this? How bad do you need to change your family situation? And Amanda said, we've come from somewhere where we were up here, and then we lost everything. And you just get these thoughts in your head where you just doubt everything in your abilities. And just being very transparent, honest, I still do that on a daily basis. I still doubt myself for so many things. Even as an ADK, I still doubt ability. But at the end of the day, it boils down to exactly what Sandy says. How bad do you want it? I mean, she sold Coach bags. Okay, well, you may not have a Coach bag, but like she said, you have extra shoes. Right now, I don't know about y'all's Facebook, but in my area, it is a huge thing for closet clean outs. People are putting closet clean out, and then in the comments, they're posting all of this random stuff in their house, clothing, furniture, just whatever, for yard sale prices. And these people are selling looks like half their house most of the time, but they're selling stuff over and over and over again. And people are saying, okay, I'm going to have a closet clean out. And then people start commenting, follow, and then they start tagging people to follow them. And, and the cool thing is guys, that builds up your algorithm too. I too started with 300 Facebook friends 5 years ago in this industry. I'm now up to 3,600 Facebook friends 5 years later. And I know you guys are asking, that's the biggest thing I saw in the comments was, how are you building your network? How are you adding so many people? Today is the 15th of the month or something like that. I've added 50 brand new friends this month, and I would say that maybe 5 of them are from Lavelle. The rest of them are all brand new people. And the way you do this is you guys have to know what you're known for. What are you known for? What do you like? For 5 years, I was a homeschool mom. So I was in homeschool groups, and anytime I could relate to somebody, I would interact with them on a post, and I would and I would comment. And I did, you guys have to realize there is a difference in going through and just friending a bunch of people to build your business. Okay. And then there's a difference in friending people to actually truly build a genuine relationship because you have a connection with people. And that's what I wanted to address, because for a long time, I did it backwards, where I would just go down through the list and go friend, and hope that people would, accept it. And then all of a sudden I was wondering why I was getting nasty things in my news feed or curse words that, don't get me wrong, I'll say a word every now and then, but it was nasty stuff, or people that did not line up with what I believed in life or parenting or whatever. And it was because I was doing it all wrong. I was just adding any random person. Well, guys, guess what? People join you because you're you. They buy your products because you're you. They don't join your team. I could have joined anybody. I even blocked Amanda, you guys, when she left our last company. I blocked her and Jamie and Lisa. And they were on my block list for a long time. And somehow God just kept Amanda on my heart and kept bringing her around in my newsfeed, and I unblocked her. So, you know, and I could have joined anybody. I could have gone to any company, and I chose to go with her because that's where I felt led. And I chose her because she's her and because of who she is. And I don't regret that one ounce of a minute. But the thing is that you have to realize that people, you need to know what you're known for. Are you in a mom's group? Are you in like a drama filled mom's group? Or are you in a mom's group where somebody like has the same values and vision as you and you can relate to them? You know, like Sandy, if we were in a group together and she posted about, you know, maybe she was having a hard financial time, but yet she was going to do what she could to sell some stuff to earn some money. Hey, that's what I did. I can relate to that. So I would have liked and commented and said, you go girl, I believe in you. You can do this. I want to keep up with you. And I would have sent her a friend request. And guys, then we would have been friends for real because I had a connection with her. So the last couple of years, what I've really focused on doing is making connections. My daughter is big into pageants, okay? And we have been in this for about 1.5 years now, almost 2 years, and she loves them. And we're about to do the Miss United States system, the state pageant in like the next couple of months. I am meeting people all over the country because of this, and I have a connection with them. And so I'm in all these like resale groups for dresses and stuff. I have people tagging me in dresses, even though I'm not looking for them. I'm able to share about, you know, what we've done with dresses and just different things. So now on my page, I have this little community and I can connect with them and they can connect with me. And that's so important, you guys, because at the end of the day, you have to realize what's important for you, but at the end of the day, you're still you, and you need a community of people. I mean, I think back, I'm 30, about to be 36. I think back to when I was a kid, you know, we didn't have social media. I know, surprise to some of y'all that, you know, we didn't even have cell phones. Like if your mom wanted to call you, she called every neighbor in the neighborhood because that's the only way she could get a hold of you, or she yelled out the door and you had to be in earshot of her. But I mean, we played with people, you know, played with friends because we liked them and we connected with them. And at the end of the day, we were friends because they were our friends. And we didn't like the little bully that lived 2 streets over, and we didn't play with them. And if they were outside, we went to the other street. You know, you know, so at the end of the day, this is your business, but you have to treat your social media like that is your world and that's your friendship realm. And you want people that you can connect with. So if something bad goes down in your life, people are commenting that they're praying for you or they're trying to help you out, even if you've never met them face to face. I've never met Sandy face to face. I don't think. Maybe I have at conference or something, but I mean, I don't know if I've ever met her face to face, but her and I can be friends because we have a similar story. And, you know, the other leaders on this team, we can be friends because we have similar stories and we have similar struggles, but we have similar triumphs and we have a similar background. And so you guys have to realize what's important to you. And if buying a package, an upgrade package, she's so right, you guys, if you don't have product, how are you credible? You know, I mean, you can't be credible if you don't use these products. And you need to trust me, guys, I came from foreclosure into this industry, okay? So I know, just like she came from bankruptcy into this industry, I came from foreclosure into this industry. I know what it means to do without Wi-Fi and without cable and without like anything. We only had food stamps and that was it, and WIC. And so it's something that if this is important to you to build your legacy, then you need to find a way to make this happen. You need to find a way to get product in your hand and get product in people's hands. I wouldn't be here without a 3-day trial, and I wouldn't be here without a 3-way call. And so when we're not blowing smoke up your butt when we're telling you guys get product in people's hands, I would not be here. I was so against this company and I was so against this product. And if it wasn't for Amanda being who she was, I would not be here today. And I want to show you guys one more thing, because my kids, I've been in this industry for 5 years. They have grown up in this industry. They have grown up around vision boards and dream boards, but they have grown up around their mama listening to motivational speakers on YouTube or getting on Zooms. But we didn't have Zoom a couple years ago, but we had conference calls, and I would walk around my house doing stuff, putting them in the bath, getting them in bed or whatever, cooking dinner on speakerphone, and they would listen. Just now, my son was in here a minute ago and he was watching a thing on his Xbox, but he was listening to Sandy talk, and he said, she's fired up is what he said. He was listening, and I love that because he was listening. And then my daughter was in here a minute ago, and she was like, is that Amanda talking? She's never met Amanda, but she knows Amanda's voice because Amanda's on speakerphone or on, on videos all the time, and they know her through my Facebook, and I want them surrounded with people like that. But the other night I was doing a dream board, and I was sitting in my room, and I was cutting out stuff, and I worked on a little bit the night before, and then I finished it up the next night. And my daughter was sitting on my bed, and she was cutting stuff out too, and she's about to be 10. So when I started this industry, she was 4. And I want you guys to see, I didn't know she was doing this, and she stuck it like in between my little pictures that I had pulled out to put on my dream board. And this is what she wrote. Let me get over here. And the light is not good in here because I blew bulbs. So hang on a second. How do I turn this around? Here we go. Okay. This is my dream board. Okay. And this is what my daughter wrote. And I don't know if you guys can read it, but it says, and I put this on here because I want to remember you guys, your kids are watching you. Your grandkids are watching you. They are watching to see what mom is doing. And if mom is giving up, then they see that, and it grows with them. So my kids have grown up in this industry, and this is what she wrote. Don't give up, mom, because you're brave, you're daring, you're nice, you're pretty, you're courageous, and more. And then in quotations, she put, don't let anyone dull your sparkle because you shine like a star. I love you, Jaden. Goals, 200K this year, VIP. And it says, keep dreaming right there. You guys, that is what my 9-year-old wrote. And you all just saw my messy room with clothes all over my dresser because I don't do laundry. They're clean, but they're not put away. That's what this industry, the power of this industry is. I want my kids to grow up, even on my bad days, and Amanda knows I have bad days, and I doubt myself a lot, you guys, especially after all the ups and downs and trials that I've gone through with, this kind of business and in life and everything else. I never want to go back to food stamps, you guys. I never do. And when I lost everything in that last business, guys, it was rough. And I questioned a lot about my abilities. I questioned a lot about people in my life. I questioned a lot about this industry. I questioned a lot about my future. But I never want to see my kids struggle the way that I did. I want them to grow up doing things like that and knowing that this industry, no matter what you look like, no matter where you come from, no matter what your background is, no matter how much money you make or don't make, no matter what your history is, no matter what color skin you have, no matter what, there is somebody that is just like you that has done what you want to do. And the question is, how bad do you want to get there? How bad? What is important to you over these next 3 months? Okay? How bad do you want it? And you have to take what Sandy has said and these tips. Gosh, y'all, the conversation tips, they're a gold mine. I know that she posted them for us today, and I was like, what? Like, that's just so much easier. It is, because you don't have to say the same things, but it's like, duh. Like, the urgency, the putting it in somebody's subconscious today, now, those are important things. Those are things that I got away from. And if you're not a bold person, I know one of my team members said, I wish I was that bold. Hey, guess what? Sandy just gave you the words, so you could just be bold like her, because right now you're hiding behind a computer screen or a phone screen, and you can be whoever you want to be. Nobody's stopping you. So I say all that to say, make genuine friends, make genuine connections, because at the end of the day, whether it's a business or a family or whatever, you need to be able to be relatable to those people, and you need to have a real connection. So when you post things about your life, somebody gets it. Like, I don't friend partiers because I'm not a partier. Does that make sense? Like, I don't friend people who are out at the club because I'm in like my husband's shirt and this is what I do. I have a little bit of makeup on, not much because I went to Walmart earlier, but it's like, that's a big deal around here. But it's like, I don't friend those people because that's not who I am. And those kind of people probably aren't going to join me because they're not going to relate to me being in my PJs on a Friday night. Like,
yeah. I relate to you though.
Yeah.
Listen, I only have a nicer shirt on, and I literally didn't have that until like 5 o'clock this evening, and it's because I had to go and bowl. My husband bowls on Monday nights, and his friend is leaving for Colorado. And they needed a sub, so they didn't take a lose. Not that I was much help because it was a bad bowling night, but I went and bowled, And here's the thing: is like I want everybody to realize that, like, because here's the deal: people can show what they want on Facebook, okay? But and yes, it's wonderful to have your car paid for, and it's amazing to hear. It's not about the money, okay? It's about literally the time freedom, the memories that you get to make with your kids, the attitudes, and making people feel better. My children, you want to know what my daughter, she made me let her make a YouTube channel today. Finally, I gave in after almost 2 years. She's 7, you guys. She's 7. She's in second grade, literally. She's wanted to make a YouTube channel because of these kids that she's seen on YouTube, making videos. So today was Leah's day. It was my year anniversary with Thrive. And I was like, you know what? Today's the day. And Layla went in and Layla was editing it. There's been times where Layla's taken her softball team and she's taken a picture and she's put "We rise by lifting others" as an overlay because she's seen her mom do those kind of things. So, you guys, everything you do, if you don't have kids, I still want you to think about that friend that needs that positive light. Everybody, I don't care how mean you are, okay, everybody needs a support system. I can tell you that a lot of the people that are on this team now, there are a lot of the people that ended up joining me that know very much what I went through in 2016 when I lost my dad. And that support system and the friendship, people that saw me through my best, people that saw me through my worst, means something to me. And, I got all teary up whenever Nikki was talking, because the thing is that we all get in our own minds that why would somebody join me? Why would somebody want to be on this adventure with me? But at the end of the day, it's like, do you truly care? Because I can tell you this, I'm going to work every day, and I know from my past experiences that if I ever don't believe in what I'm doing anymore, I will let you guys know. I'll let you know, you'll know by my passion, you'll know by my heart, and I'll give you the heads up. But I'm going to tell you right now, if I know that you guys can grow, if I know that you can be where I am, I'm going to pour it into you as much, because I want you to have that freedom. I want you to have that belief in yourself, and for you to be able to help that other person that's lost, that other person that doesn't know how they're going to pay their bills next month, that other person that maybe needs to be there with their father because they're diagnosed with cancer and they have 6 months to live and you don't even know that. I want you guys to learn the skills and to be intentional with what you're doing, because you literally can change somebody's life, your life, your kids' lives. Like Maria talking about, and I never dreamed this big before, guys. So when I tell you this, I want you to know it became because of the people that I'm surrounded by. Maria, somebody asked her, what does she do with all that money, besides give back and do those things? Like, what do you do? And she says, I got my kids' college funds, and they got their kids' college funds. Like, she just went ahead and got college funds for her 4 kids, and then a possibility of them having 4 kids. And that, to me, is something like I didn't even know how I was going to pay for my own kids' college. I didn't know how I was even going to pay for my loans. I didn't even know how I was going to pay my bills, let alone actually dreaming, you know? So I hope and I pray that for those of you guys that are just getting started, that you'll go watch the training, you'll go use the search bar. If you don't know something, yes, YouTube is your friend. I promise you, I didn't know what I was doing in this industry, but I Googled a lot and I YouTubed a lot, and I grew because I learned from leaders. I surrounded myself from people that inspired me, people that were where I wanted to be. And when I heard somebody was having success with something, I grasped onto their tips. Sandy's telling you, here's the message. Use the urgency. Set a day. Set a time. Nikki's sitting there telling you, be transparent. Show yourself. Be yourself. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I cry all the freaking time if I'm live or whatever. I like to make people laugh. I like to get all up in their feels. Why? Because that's just who I am. And that's what I'm known for. I'm not the most professional person on the planet. I do drop the F-bomb sometimes. I sometimes don't shower for a couple days. I'm just being honest here. Sometimes I'm wearing the same clothes for 2 or 3 days. And you're like, Amanda, oh my gosh. My nails are chipped. They're not even finished. Look, I got black nail polish on. They're ripped. They're not done. Yeah, my house is a disaster sometimes. I hate to wash clothes. In fact, I don't wash clothes. Donnie and Layla wash clothes. I'm unorganized, but by golly, I work my butt off because this is my life and this is what I love. And I'm going to continue to grow, and I'm going to continue to mess up and not be the best at everything, but I'm going to continue to show up because by golly, you all deserve it. So I'm going to leave it with that. Sandy and Nikki, thank you so, so much for all your tips tonight. And like I said, you guys, we've had some fantastic leaders sharing some amazing tips on the team page. All you have to do is search. Just click that little circle button and search for, how to pre-sell, search for Instagram tips, search for how to close. And sharing is caring. So make sure that you share. I recorded this. I have to figure out how to get it uploaded to YouTube, but it will be recorded. So I promise I'll get it uploaded as soon as I figure it out. But I love you guys, and thank you so much for being part of my journey. And may this next year be life-changing for you as this past year was for me. Because I can guarantee you guys, it is possible. I started from 0 and now I'm here. And I want you guys to say the same. I started where I am, and this time next year I want you to be on a Zoom with a team that's the size of this one. And I just want you to know that it's possible. It's possible. So, all right, guys, I hope everybody has a good night, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.